G'day, my name's Adam Hills. Welcome to Spicks and Specks, the music quiz show that saw Peter Garrett on stage at Sound Relief and really hoped Kevin Rudd was going to do a duet. Our two team captains each and every week are the awesome Alan Bro and the mighty Miff Warhurst.
Oh.
Alan's first guest tonight is one of Australia's most successful recording artists. She's won 5 ARIA Awards, has the biggest selling album by any Australian female artist ever, and was recently awarded a French Knighthood of the Order of National Merit. And all this from the humble beginnings of young talent time. She used to be tiny, but now she's massive. She's Tina Arena. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Alan's second team member is a musical comedian who went to a Cure concert in 1992 wearing mascara and with massively teased hair. He obviously hasn't got changed since. He's Tim Minchin. Miff's first guest tonight is the lead singer of Perth band Jebediah, who recently released a solo album of songs dedicated to his partner. It's already received a nomination for album designed to make other guys look bad. Please welcome Bob Evans.
And next to Tina Arena, I look absolutely shit. No French medals or anything.
No, just wait for my introduction.
Okay.
This final guest is a comedian who once got into an argument with the lead singer of U2. Apparently, Bono didn't agree with his controversial pro-poverty stance. Welcome back, Dave Hughes. Now, Tina, it's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, people in Australia know that you're quite big in France. I mean, and as we mentioned, you won the French Knighthood of the Order of the Merit of the...
Well, in French they call it le Chevalier de l'Ordre du Mérite. Chevalier of the Order of Merit. Yeah.
Because, like, people who have won that include Jacques Cousteau.
Yes.
And Jacques Chirac.
Correct.
There aren't that many non-French people who actually win that award.
But the French, they're not that easy to impress. That's a massive achievement.
No, they're not easy to impress, but Australia is very exotic for them. Except the thought of them being on a plane for 22 hours completely freaks them out.
None of them do it.
They just can't do
They
it.
couldn't go that long without smoking, could they?
Well, it's even beyond that. I just think the thought of them being cooped up in a plane for 22 hours, they just go, oh, no, mais pas possible, it's not possible. So I'm like...
Please tell me they say it like that. That's just awful.
No, but they do. They go, c'est pas possible, là. 22 heures sur un avion, mais t'es malade.
Is it true that when you first started singing these songs in France, you actually didn't speak French?
No, I didn't. I spoke little French. I understood quite a bit.
Right.
Because of my Italian.
Yep.
But, you know, had my difficulties in conjugating and probably said some really ridiculous things, I have no doubt.
What sort of things might you have said that were inappropriate?
Probably something like, I want to sleep with you, or, you know...
That's not inappropriate in France.
Well, yeah, they don't mind. They don't mind. They're pretty liberal about those things.
Surely, you know,
It's
they're
normal.
so romantic because their accent's so sexy. Even if you're having an argument with your French husband and you go, screw you, I will leave the toilet seat where I want. You go, Here's my question for you, Tina. You've been awarded this in France.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you haven't received the highest national honour in Australia.
No.
I think it's a bit unfair that you've been recognised in France but not in your home country. And we haven't got that much to present here at Spicks and Specks, but we have a trophy that we give around the office every week for someone
Do you?
who's done a good job. It's the Kick and Goals trophy. And I just thought, at the very least, we can award this to you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so from
great
Spicks and Specks to you, in honour of all your
Thanks,
great work
Anna.
internationally and in Australia, you have won this week's Kick and Goals
Oh,
trophy.
you're a champ. Thank you.
We will need you to come back next week, though, to present it to the next person in
All
the
right.
Spicks and Specks office.
All right.
Because Robert in the cafe has gone a whole week without giving anyone salmonella. Miff and Alan are going to pick a topic. Everybody will be quizzed on that topic. Your choices tonight are one-hit wonders, choral music, 90s Oz rock, and country superstars. Alan, you can pick the first topic tonight.
We'll have one-hit wonders, please, Adam.
Okie doke, Smith.
With Kevin on our team, we have to go 90s Oz rock.
Yes. Come on.
Alrighty, we'll start with one-hit wonders, though. Everyone on your buzzers. Let's play Spicks and Specks. First question for 1 point. Name the one-hit wonders responsible for the line "Too Shy Shy."
Kajagoogoo.
Yes, Kajagoogoo. Excellent. First point to Alan. Kajagoogoo, by the way, later tried to gain some credibility by changing their name to simply Kaja.
You're joking.
I'm serious.
Did that work?
No, it didn't work because,
Right,
you know,
okay.
nothing says music cred like saying to the press, oh, yeah, we've dropped the goo-goo. For 2 points, in 1971, an American advertising jingle was rewritten and released as a song. I need 2 things. Now, originally the words were, I'd like to buy the world a what, and what song did it become?
I'd like to teach the
Teach
buy
the world to sing.
what's the
It became I'd like to teach the world to sing, so you got that
Okay,
right.
I'd like to buy the world a washing machine. Would it be a rhyme with sing? I'd like
We
to
just have a
buy
guess
the
and it's not going
world
to hurt anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Carpenters.
I'd like to buy the world the Carpenters.
I love when you play this game, Dave.
So, as an American ad campaign, I'd like to buy the world.
A car, not a car. Anyone? Anyone?
Is it a brand name?
Yes.
A Hoover.
I bet it rhymes with ing.
It's not a Hoover.
Does it rhyme with ing?
It doesn't rhyme with ing.
Television.
No.
Fridge.
Fridge. I'd like to buy the world a fridge.
That's what I was thinking.
I'd like to buy the world a
Bosch.
Coke.
Say that seriously without lying.
I'd like to buy the world a Coke was the original, and then it was released by the Hillside Singers as I'd like to teach the world to sing. 3 points alone for your final question. Have a listen to this. Wait for the question. I need the name of the song. Who initially released it in 1980? Yes.
Funky Town, 1980.
Yep.
Was Kids in the Kitchen. No, not Kids in the Kitchen. It was
Funky Town. Won't you take me to
Pseudo
Funky
Echo.
Town?
Pseudo Echo sang it.
And originally it was sung by...
They weren't the originals of it.
Who did Funky Town first?
Oh, the American band, and they were they were disco.
Yeah.
And
Not
they
by the
were
end, it's sort of that era.
Anyone? It was Lips Inc.
Of course it was Lip Sync.
with Funky Town originally.
Never heard of them.
The English band Oasis was sued for $500,000 a few years back
That's
when it was
cheap.
found their song Shaker Maker stole the melody from I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. And we're going to do a comparison. This is I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love.
Now imagine that slowed down slightly. This is Shaker Maker.
That's bollocks. That's such
Yes.
bollocks.
God,
It's a bit... It's,
I just don't think you can say that was stolen. You could very easily come up with that in your own lounge room without ever having heard the song.
Well,
Tim, how much material do you steal?
Nearly all of it. But I just want to defend myself and say that the ones that are my worst songs are mine. Do you reckon they nicked it?
To me, it sounds the same, but surely
Yeah.
they have to prove that Oasis were actually listening to that jingle. That would be what they would have to prove, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I
like
don't
you
think
said,
so.
it's
How
all
do,
the
we,
same.
how do we trust you? Your real name's Kevin Mitchell and you go under the name Bob Evans. I mean, what have you got to hide?
Who's Bob Evans? Where did you steal that from?
Let's get to the bottom of this. As the lead singer of Jebediah, you're known as Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah.
But as a solo performer, you're known as Bob Evans.
Yes.
Why?
Basically, the story goes, and it's really a very underwhelming story, but I needed a name.
Well, you need a name that was more interesting than Kevin Mitchell and you went with Bob Evans, didn't you?
I started as Bob Evans, a goo-goo, and he dropped it.
I was wearing a T-shirt. At the time I was on the phone, it said Bob Evans on the front.
Who
And it had
is
the
Bob
number...
Evans then?
Well, at the time I had no idea, but afterwards, unfortunately, I found out that he's actually a sausage king in America, and...
So it's basically like an American musician coming here and calling himself Don Smallgoods.
or worse, like Colonel Sanders, you know?
That's an awesome name, Don Smallgoods.
Really good.
So what do we call you during the show? Is it Kevin
I
Mitchell?
don't know.
It's Kevin, isn't it?
I think
Yeah,
we should call
Kevin.
you Don Smallgoods.
It doesn't matter how big your goods are, it's what the music you make with them, yeah?
that's right.
All right, let's move on to 90s Oz Rock. Winning the inaugural ARIA for Best Rock Album in 1999 was which album by Powderfinger? Yes.
Internationals?
Yes, Internationalists.
Well done.
Which one of you answered that? Was that Bob?
That was me. It was Kevin.
I want to know, does Bob represent a certain facet of your personality, though? Like, is it a musical
Yeah.
thing to say this is very different from
Bob,
Jebediah?
Bob's like the old drunk inside me.
Is Bob allowed groupies?
I don't think Bob would give a groupie a very good time.
Sorry,
Don Smallgoods, on the other hand.
sorry, when did you first have this old drunk called Bob inside you?
I think it was at one of Don's parties.
Next question for 2 points. Have a listen to this from 1997. I need the song and the group. Yes.
That is.
That's Super Jesus.
Yep.
With Down Again.
Yes, Super Jesus down again. For 3 points, have a look at this. Questions on the way. I need three things. The name of the song, the album, and the band member, yeah.
Regurgitator, that was from the album Unit.
Yeah,
but that was
Polyester Girl.
Polyester Girl.
Yep.
And the band member who sang it.
Kwan?
It would have been Kwan.
Kwan.
I would
reckon
go
it's-
with...
Let's go to Dave.
What, Dave?
I'd go with Kwan.
I don't know.
No,
I'm starting to
I
think it might be
Ben.
Ben.
I'm going to go
Right.
with Ben. Think about it.
Polyester
No, I
Girl.
reckon it's Kwan.
Yeah, back with Kwan.
I'm back on the Kwan
Back on
train.
Kwan. Let's get back on Kwan.
The rest of the question was actually going to be name the band member largely responsible for this and most regurgitated videos. Luckily, that was Kwan. 3 points.
Well done, Dave.
At the end of the round, the scores are Alan, Tina, Tim are on 2 points. Miff, Bob, Dave in front, 8 points. I'm going to show each team an album cover with a word or an object blanked out. You have to tell me what is missing. Miff, Bob and Dave, you're up first. It's Music to Break a Blank by Don Costa's Freeloaders. What's the word that's missing?
To break a funk, it just looks like it's a bad...
Break a wind.
something bad going on.
To break a heart.
Well, yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes. But I
Music.
don't believe it's right.
Music to...
Break a silence.
Oh, I like that.
Do you like it? Well,
Yes, I
you
think it's wrong.
Yeah.
I'll give you a very vague clue.
Freeloaders.
They look homeless.
Music. What do homeless people break?
Into houses.
Music to break a... They're in a slump. They're sad.
Yeah,
Music's
yeah.
sad.
It's Don Costa's Freeloaders.
Music to break a
Drought.
drought.
And money, a financial drought.
Music to Break a Drought. Let's have a look.
Jesus, we were really close there.
I don't know. I don't understand it. All I know is Don Costa, the guy in that, actually went on to work with Frank Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
Which is explains why his next album was called Music to Break Legs To. Alan, Tina, Tim, here is your first album.
Oh, dear.
That's understanding you're gay. It's got to be. Look at his sweater. Come on, people.
Where have they put that apostrophe? I'm grammatically outraged.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Apart from all the homoerotic subtext of the picture, what's with the apostrophe? Understand your...
Jimmy Jensen sounds a little Norwegian, so it could be... Or understanding you're Danish.
And that would explain that English typo.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a
Or the gay
clue.
thing.
We love a clue.
You're on the right track.
With Danish.
Yeah, understanding your Danish is...
Understanding your donut.
We're
You're not talking about Danish, the food stuff, are you?
No.
What's Jensen?
Swedish.
Sweet.
Understand you're Swedish.
Doesn't fit. It doesn't.
He just went...
Doesn't fit under the tape, so it's shorter.
Oh, it doesn't fit under the tape. OK.
I'm going to have to wrap you up and go with that.
Yeah.
Swiss.
Swiss. Understand you're Swiss. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
You're the Swede. Oh, I see.
You're a Swede.
I was even wrapping you up when you got to the right answer.
Oh, you were.
Mick, Bob, Dave, your second picture is this Blank Indeed by Rick McKnight.
Oh,
He's
gosh.
jumping for joy. Where?
You could put gay in there as well.
Yeah.
How much does he look like Paul McDermott in the
He
close?
does. You're right.
Has he just won a bet? Rich indeed.
Here's a clue. There's a song on that album called I Can't Help Falling in Love with Him.
I rest my case.
Him has a capital H.
Yeah,
God,
God,
indeed.
Or
Lord,
Jesus,
indeed.
one of the two. Let's gamble. Jesus wouldn't want us to, but let's go for it. God or Jesus? Which one? Christ? No, Christ a bit much.
Christ indeed.
Christ, indeed, yeah.
Is it Jesus or God? It's one of those, isn't it? You can tell us.
You're on the right track.
Oh,
We're
it's not
being a little
something-
culturally insensitive. It could be
Lord,
Allah
Jesus,
indeed.
Lord,
Lord, can you go Lord indeed?
Lord.
Lord.
All right, let's have a look.
Three indeed.
3 indeed.
My goodness.
Why did you throw them all those wobbly clues?
He's found the Lord and now he's free. Finally, Alan, Tina, Tim, here's your last album.
Oh.
It's I Ain't Into That by the blank Reverend C. Dexter Wise III.
Gay. Oh, Oh, no, not gay. I ain't into that. Oh, that's interesting.
The
Right Reverend, the Righteous Reverend.
The Blessed Reverend Dr. C. Dexter Wise.
The Cool Reverend.
That's heading down the right track.
Is it? But you said that about the Jesus thing, and that wasn't true at all.
You're leading us up the garden
You
path.
are leading us up the garden path, which is not the right track at all. So Cool, the Hot Reverend.
OK, here's your clue.
Oh.
He had a book after that album that was called Crack Attack.
What?
Crack Attack.
The High Reverend.
The High Reverend.
Oh,
That's really good.
OK, let's have a look.
The Rappin' Reverend.
The Rappin'
OK,
Reverend.
right, I'm sorry, your clues suck. We were nowhere near rapping.
You started off with cool, and I thought if you start with the cool, then maybe you'll start getting cooler and hip. Maybe hip.
So you're saying there's some graph of cool that ends in rapping?
Jesus, nowhere near Cool.
Well, you know what? I'm not giving clues anymore.
No, you shouldn't.
Fine.
It completely threw all of us. We could have aced that round if it wasn't for you.
Fine. That's it.
Okay.
You're not getting any more clues. No, I don't care.
No, I think we're all.
In fact, ask your own damn questions.
Sweet.
Oh, screw you! You're staying with me.
Look what you've done to my Adam.
I'm so sorry, I just froze up. I don't know how you do that. It's the reading. Your apostrophe E, amazing.
Look, before we do move on, I want to ask Bob something, because we've just played a round called Something's Missing, but I understand you had a backstage experience with Lily Allen in which there was something extra.
Well, it was backstage at the big day out, and I was sitting with a group of people, and she was one of them, and she told us about how she had a third nipple. And then she sort of lifted up her top, and she was like, "It's like a real nipple. It's like, here, touch it, feel it." And so she's
Where was it? Under the boob?
It was just
or like
under
on
the boob.
boob?
Just under
nipples
the.
always are.
Just if you.
So you touched her third nipple?
Well, no. See, that's the thing. Like
Why not?
she was offering it to everyone, and everyone was having a little feel. And I said, "I'm sorry, Lily, I can't touch your third nipple."
Why not?
Well, look, you're a man of the world, Dave. I mean, how does...
My wife has just grown a third nipple. True story. She's having a baby,
but
and
that's your
obviously it's going to be a very hungry baby.
But where the third nipple stand on the whole...
Yeah,
On
is,
cheating?
Is that actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
is
don't think a third nipple's cheating.
No?
You can come and touch my wife's third one if you want to.
Well, if it's anything like her second one, Hughesy, it'll be great.
Hang on.
At the end of that round, the scores are still Alan, Tina, Tim on 2 points, Miff, Bob, Dave in front, 8 points.
Completely pointless round.
One member of each team will be singing well-known songs using the words of an unrelated piece of text. Your teammates have to identify those songs. Tim, you'll be singing first for Alan and Tina, and you'll be taking your lyrics from Move Yourselves, exploring the Bible in movement, mime and dance. That's your book, those are your songs, don't show your teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Minchin.
Do I get to keep this?
Yeah.
You would like to explore the Bible in movement, mime and dance?
I must.
Song 1, please.
How can we make better use of our bodies? How can we use them to worship God? How indeed. La, 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 la.
Yes.
I've got you under my skin.
Yes, by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Got you under my skin, Frank Sinatra.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That was easy.
Song 2, please, Tim.
No, the stance is great.
Yeah.
It's such a habit of being a wanker. Right.
God makes our bodies strong, and so God requires in return that we offer him the strength in worship. This is stated clearly in Moses' instruction to the people of Israel. Love the Lord.
I was made for loving you, kiss.
Yes, that's it. I was made for loving you, kiss. Final song, please.
Don't rush in to a performance only perform the best of your work.
That was really beautiful, Tim. Only to be with you, Bono. You too.
It's not quite the name of the song.
Still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Yes, that's it. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. You too. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Minchin. Bob, you'll be singing for Miff and Dave, and you'll be taking your lyrics from The Dragon Companion by Carol Wilkinson, an encyclopedia of dragons. That's your book, those are your songs. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Evans.
I love dragons, even the really nasty ones. The first thing I ever wrote was a dragon. It was a script for a movie. I wanted to learn about dragon mythology as I created my own dragon.
Yes.
You say it.
You want no when you can take it. Take it. It's Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl, Billy Joel.
Uptown Girl, Billy Joel. Next song, please. Okay.
Dragon slayers have little sympathy for baby dragons. Dragonlings are usually far.
Yes. Isn't she lovely?
Isn't she lovely, Stevie Wonder?
The name Dracula actually means son of the dragon. Dracula was a real person. A prince of Wallachia, now part of Romania, called Vlad III, his father. Vlad II was admitted into a group of knights known as the Order of the Dragon, who pledged to defend the Catholic religion.
How deep is your love?
By the Bee Gees, How Deep Is Your Love? Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Evans. All right, at the end of that round, the scores are Alan, Tina, Tim on 5 points. Miff, Bob, Dave still in front, 11 points. Teams, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. Right. Your questions start now. Appropriately, what is the first name of the frontman of the band The Cat Empire? Yes.
Felix.
Yes. Who was the heroine of La Traviata? Yes. Big call.
It was Dave?
Yeah, it was, she was beautiful.
Yeah. The Traviata. It was,
Janine?
It was Violetta.
Oh, yeah.
Have a listen to this. Name the song. Yeah.
Another Brick in the Wall.
By Pink Floyd, yes.
Brilliant.
Wow.
According to the Bobby, Boris, Pickett and the Crypt Kicker 5, which dance craze replaced the Transylvania Twist?
it was the Monster Mash.
Yes, it was the Monster Mash.
Amazing.
And the Elton John song, what dance step are you doing if you're hopping and bopping?
Crocodile Rock.
Yes. And what was the name of Silverchair's 1995 debut album? This side.
Frog Stomp.
Frog Stomp it was.
Yay, we
And
got
your
one
final
between
question, with which Bee Gees song did Barry Gibb close the SCG Sound Relief concert?
He did it with Olivia, and it was. He did Islands in the Stream. I didn't even see it.
But he closed.
that
It must have been something else.
Was
That's
it
not-
tragedy or was it?
No, that would be
that would be
not be a
inappropriate.
downer. No, it would be.
Spicks and Specks.
Spicks and Specks!
That should be the theme for this show, because that's fantastic.
To our show?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Musically brilliant.
You haven't seen our show, have you?
Your show's good, Adam.
Yeah, I know, but it's called Spicks and Specks.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. The Bee Gees song Spicks and Specks is the theme. It could be fab.
It is the theme.
Call me when it's finished.
Done.
Who would have thought throwing something that cheap away would break it?
Do you know what? I hope you didn't do that with the French knighthood. At the end of the show, the final scores are Alan, Tina, Tim ended up on 7 points. Miff, Bob, Dave won the day, 14 points. Would you please thank all our guests for tonight, Tina Arena, Tim Minchin, Bob Evans and Dave Hughes. And of course, course, our two team captains, Alan Bro and Miff Warhurst. We leave you tonight with a special performance by Tina Arena as she sings the original French version of the Frank Sinatra classic My Way, accompanied by Paul Gray. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Good night, Australia.
Je me lève et je te bouscule. Tu ne te réveilles pas comme d'habitude. Sur toi, je remonte le drap. J'ai peur que tu aies froid comme d'habitude. Ma main caresse tes cheveux presque malgré moi comme d'habitude. Mais toi, tu me tournes le dos comme d'habitude. Comme d'habitude. Même la nuit, je vais jouer à faire semblant comme d'habitude.